Alrighty, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I thought, since I'm in one of the most saturated genres on YouTube, which is gaming, I thought I would spice things up a little bit and do game reviews. I asked you guys on my Instagram whether I should do this, and you guys said sure, why not? And somebody said the first game I should review is Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's rightfully so, because this is my favorite game of 2018, and it's one of my favorite games, I think, of all time. So, if you did not know, Red Dead Redemption 2 was developed by Rockstar Games and was published back in October of 2018, on October 26th. It is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 1 for the Xbox 360 and PS3, and it is set in 1899, and you play as Arthur Morgan, a main member of the Dutch Van der Linde gang. And in the game, you are in the gang and you are trying to survive in the Wild West, because this takes place after a botched bank robbery, ferry raid, actually, excuse me. And in the game, you're just trying to survive and try to get away from law officials. And it is one of the best games I've played in 2018, and pretty much in a while. I hyped this game up. Back in late 2016 when Rockstar announced this game. Yeah, I was very excited for this game, and every time it got delayed, I was just getting very mad and pissed, but I think the delays were worth it. This game is almost perfect, except for some few technical issues and a couple of game issues, a couple gameplay mechanics that I just did not like, and I'll tell you that. And I thought, I'm not going to do a spoiler review. I'm going to slice this review up into two parts. Pretty much the main part is going to be just a spoiler-free review, and the other part is going to just be like a couple issues with the actual story that I just thought. And yeah, let's get into it. The game's actually the first game, and probably the only game, that Rockstar has developed for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And if you say, well, Elif, a GTA 5 came out for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, well, you know, those were actually ports. GTA 5 was actually developed and made for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, if you did not know that. The GTA 5 for PS4 and Xbox One were just merely ports that made the game better, and just graphically and changing a few gameplay mechanics as well, or gameplay-wise mechanics, not that much, but, you know, PC as well. All these PS4, Xbox One, PC, those were all ports. They were not specifically made for that console. But Red Dead Redemption 2 was actually made for the PS4 and Xbox One, and it goes to show, because this game is beautiful and it runs so well on the PS4 and Xbox One. I actually thought the frame rate was gonna just be shit, because I don't have a PS4 Pro. I have the original 2013 model PS4, and it runs beautifully on it. I'm getting pretty much always a 30 FPS limit, and I know it's probably very unlikely, but I wish this game would come to PC, because I'm a PC guy. I've always been a PC gamer, and I just think this game would look even more beautiful and run like 100 times better on PC. So back to the story. Okay, back to the story. There's gonna be pretty much zero spoilers in this review, except for, like, I'll tell you when it's gonna, like, I'm gonna talk about some spoilers. So this game, it's a masterpiece. You play in the Wild West, and the map is huge, by the way. Let's start off with that. The map is freaking gorgeous, and it's huge. You have the original Red Dead Redemption 1 map, only the United States part. You don't have Mexico, unfortunately, but you have the original map, but you cannot go to that until after you complete the main game, for reasons that I can't really tell you. But the new map is amazing. There's pretty much like four main parts. You have a snowy, mountainous region. You have a great American southern plain area, grassy plains. Then you have a swampy, muddy, more like Louisiana swamp-like area. And then you have a modern, industrialized city called Saint Denis, and it is pretty much like the New Orleans esque type of this game. Each city is just completely different. You have Valentine, you have Strawberry. Valentine is more of a muddy in the American Plains area. Valentine, it's in this. It reminds me a lot of the first Skyrim town you meet. Right when you start Skyrim, you go into this beautiful town, and it reminds me a lot of that. I can't remember the name of the town, but it's beautiful. It's just very, like, it's up in the mountains. Strawberries, the town is up in the mountainous region. Strawberries more of in the plains, in the more of the American Plains, and then you have Rhodes, which is this dust bowl, more of in the swampy area, but not really swampy. It's more of just on the lower section of the map. Then you have Saint Denis, which is just a beautiful modern industrialized city, which is based off of New Orleans. So pretty much you have one more town. It is Annisburg, and it is beautiful. It is a mining town, and it's just it's very gritty. Has a train going through it. It's a very gritty town, and just all these cities and the landscape of this map is just, it goes together beautifully. And also you have the original Red Dead Redemption 1 map, but you cannot go to that until you complete the main game, because you are wanted throughout the entire main portion of the game. But the core gameplay mechanics have changed a little bit. The gun wheel that was in Red Dead Redemption 1 and GTA 5, they altered that slightly. They made it so pretty much your horse is your inventory, pretty much. If you need something, your horse will probably have it. That's where you find all your guns, all your hats, your different outfits, and your foods for your health and for your horse, because your horse can get injured, and you can regenerate its health by feeding it, and it's also the same way for your character, for Arthur. So that means you can't carry around 5 to 10 different rifles on you at all times. You can carry around 3. You can carry around 3 different types of rifles, shotguns, snipers. Then you can carry around 2 different types, because then you can dual wield these pistols, which is just a fantastic new thing to Red Dead Redemption 2. It's so cool, and it's one of my favorite things, because I feel pretty fucking cool when I'm doing it. Another cool thing is that you have to clean your guns now. Your guns can get dirty and rusty, and you have to clean them with gun oil, so they'll function better. Because if you don't clean them, they're gonna be less accurate. The damage will be the damage will decrease on your guns. So you have to maintain your guns. Some people thought that would be a chore, but to me, really, it doesn't feel like a chore. It happens pretty much rarely. If you use the gun a lot, then yeah, it's going to happen. But if you use your gun pretty much the normal amount, you're going to come across to clean it a couple times throughout each chapter. There is 6 chapters in this game, and the first 2 hours of the game is in the first chapter. And that chapter really is just a slower-paced chapter, because you're learning these new gameplay mechanics that you have no idea how to use. I actually got this game on the midnight release. I went to my local GameStop, and I went and stood in line for about an hour to 2 hours, I can't remember how long it was, and I waited for Red Dead Redemption 2 in the cold. But it was worth it. I mean, sort of. I got it around 11 o'clock, but it took an hour to download the game, so pretty much it wasn't that way. It was a fun experience, I'll tell you that. But would I do it again? Fuck yeah. But some other gameplay mechanics that I personally were just annoyed by was the camp feature. So since you're in a game, you have your own camp, and your camp moves throughout the game, because the government's after you. So you'll move throughout the game. While you're in a specific location, you will be able to upgrade your camp. You can have it so you can have a chicken coop. You can have it where Dutch, the leader, can have a better tent. You can have a better tent, which will enable fast traveling. You can have all these different things, which is really good, because it makes the gang members very happy, and it makes a lot of things easier. Because you have to maintain your camp, because since you're one of the main members of it, it's your job. And I'm not saying that's the issue. I'm just saying how moving around the camp is the main issue. And these are like minor, like very minor issues, but it's just something that got on my nerves a lot. So pretty much you have to walk very slowly throughout your camp. You cannot run. And that's the main thing. But I get it why Rockstar did it that way, so you have to interact with things in your camp. But it's just a very tedious process, you know. I was gonna interact with things anyway. I just wish I had the luxury of running around in my camp, because let's say you forgot to give the butcher your deer carcass, you know, and it's on your horse still, and let's say the butcher is on the other side of the camp. You have to literally walk with a deer carcass around your shoulder, and it takes a little while, and it's very annoying because it's just those tiny things where you forget something and you have to go and walk all the way back. Let's say you wanted to upgrade a feature of your camp. You have to walk all the way back to your tent, and you have to upgrade it. It's just a tiny little issue. And there was also some glitches that they probably fixed by now, and if they didn't, I'd be very surprised. But I was playing this game like on a day one patch. There was like a couple glitches here and there. It was like audio glitches where like the dialogue would just shut off for some reason. I think they fixed that, and if they didn't, they should. But I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure they would have fixed it by now. Overall, Red Dead Redemption 2 it's a masterpiece. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10, which is just essentially an A+. I don't know how I'm gonna be grading games. I'm just gonna say a 9.5 to 10 is an A+, I guess. I don't know, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the first ever review on Blazable's channel. On my channel. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a like. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, because I'm gonna be posting more of these videos every day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.